In the annals of American crime, few cases resonate with as much horror and fascination as the Manson family murders. Orchestrated in 1969 by Charles Manson, a failed musician turned manipulative cult leader. These brutal killings marked the end of the 1960s era of peace and love, replacing it with fear and disillusionment. Welcome to the Vault of Horrors. On the warm evening of August 8, 1969, an eerie calm blanketed the hills of Los Angeles, masking the horror that was about to unfold. At 10,050 Cielo Drive, a luxurious home nestled in Beverly Hills, Sharon Tate, a radiant actress and wife of renowned filmmaker Roman Polanski, was hosting a small gathering. The house had been a symbol of glamour, a beacon for Hollywood's elite, but this night it would become a site of unimaginable carnage. Sharon, 8 months pregnant, was joined by her close friends, Jay Sebring, a famous hairstylist, Abigail Folger, heiress to the Folger coffee fortune, and Wojciech Frykowski, a Polish actor. Unbeknownst to them, Charles Manson, a failed musician with delusions of grandeur and apocalyptic visions, had ordered his followers to carry out a horrifying mission. Shortly before midnight, 4 of Manson's family members, Tex Watson, Susan Atkins, Patricia Krenwinkel, and Linda Kasabian, arrived at the house. Manson, though absent, had given them explicit instructions: kill everyone inside and leave behind signs of terror. He wanted the murders to be gruesome, a message to the world. The killers first encountered Stephen Parent, an 18-year-old visiting the property's caretaker. As he attempted to leave, Tex Watson stopped him at gunpoint and shot him 4 times, killing him instantly. With their path cleared, the intruders cut the phone lines and entered the house. Inside, the night descended into a frenzy of chaos and bloodshed. The unsuspecting friends were startled by the sudden intrusion, their fear mounting as they realized the killer's intent. The brutality was beyond comprehension. Abigail Folger tried to flee, but Patricia Krenwinkel chased her down, stabbing her repeatedly. Wojciech Frykowski fought back, only to be beaten with a gun, stabbed over 50 times, and shot twice. Jay Sebring was shot and stabbed as he attempted to protect Sharon. Sharon Tate, the last to die, begged for her life and the life of her unborn child. She pleaded with her attackers, offering anything in exchange for mercy. Susan Atkins, however, showed none. She later chillingly recalled saying, "I have no mercy for you," as she stabbed Sharon multiple times. The killers left the house soaked in blood and scrawled "pig" on the front door with Sharon's blood, leaving behind a scene so grisly that even seasoned investigators were horrified. But the horror didn't end there. The very next night, on August 10th, Manson himself joined his followers to select another random target. The home of Leno and Rosemary LaBianca. Manson tied up the couple and left the killing to his followers. Leno was stabbed with a carving fork, which was left protruding from his stomach, while Rosemary was viciously stabbed over 40 times. Once again, they used the victim's blood to write messages on the walls, including "death to pigs" and "rise." The randomness of the attacks sent shockwaves through Los Angeles. The city, known for its glitz and glamour, was now gripped by terror. No one felt safe. If a pregnant actress and her friends could be slaughtered in their own home, who was next? The police initially struggled to link the 2 crime scenes or identify the killers. Manson's family was eventually apprehended later that year on unrelated charges. But a confession from Susan Atkins to a cellmate unraveled the mystery. As details emerged, the public learned of Manson's twisted ideology. He believed in an impending race war, which he called Helter Skelter, inspired by the Beatles' song. He thought these murders would ignite the chaos and propel his cult to power. The trial of Manson and his followers became one of the most sensational in US history. Manson, ever the showman, carved an X into his forehead, later altering it to a swastika, and orchestrated bizarre courtroom antics. His followers, blindly devoted, mirrored his behavior, unflinching in their defense of him. In 1971, Manson and several of his core followers were convicted of murder and sentenced to death. However, when California abolished the death penalty in 1972, their sentences were commuted to life imprisonment. Manson himself remained an enduring symbol of evil, his name synonymous with cult violence and manipulation. The Manson family murders shattered the idyllic image of the 1960s counterculture, marking the end of an era. What had begun as a decade of peace and love ended in blood and terror, leaving scars that would haunt Hollywood and the nation for generations. Recent developments have shed new light on the notorious Manson family murders of 1969. In November 2024, previously unreleased prison recordings of Charles Manson surfaced, revealing his admissions to additional killings beyond the infamous Tate LaBianca murders. In these tapes, Manson recounts his time in Mexico, stating, "I just got involved in stuff over my head. Got involved in a couple of killings. I left my .357 Magnum in Mexico City, and I left some dead people on the beach." These revelations are featured in the docuseries Making Manson, which explores over 2 decades of Manson's recorded conversations, offering deeper insights into his criminal activities and manipulative psyche. Additionally, the parole of Manson family members continues to be a contentious issue. In July 2023, Leslie Van Houten, convicted for her role in the LaBianca murders, was released on parole after serving over 5 decades in prison. This decision sparked significant public debate, with victims' families expressing concerns about the implications for justice and public safety. These developments underscore the enduring impact of the Manson family's crimes on society and the ongoing quest to fully understand the extent of their actions. This is The Vault of Horrors. Thanks for watching.